And my next guest has been in such movies as Vanilla Sky, Pirates of the Caribbean, On Stranger Tides. What the fuck am I doing? Back to the movie! We see Magoo's nephew is getting friendly with Garner as he takes her out to get her dressed as Bozo the Clown's underwear.
Your government thinks Mr. Magoo stole the Star of Kuristan.
And you? Do you think he did it?
Waldo, I need your help.
Every time I see her, I'm insulted. I just don't know who I'm insulted for. What's that country Balkia was from? Meepos? Yeah, I'm insulted for Meepos. Finally, an ethnicity I can identify as being defaced. Just throw Jeff Dunham or Carlos Mencia in there and the trio of unfunny bad taste will be complete. So while everyone tries to break into his house and find the ruby, Magoo tries his best to rip off the Mr. Bean cooking scene.
And now, lift both legs high to the air. Lift them left and right and left.
Yeah, how long till he switches to the porno channel?
Next, I want you to put your big long cock inside me.
Well, okay, if it insists.
Lift those legs high into the air and dance. Come on, get your rear into gear.
Do you think the chicken had a good life? Do you think his family appreciates what his body is being used for?
Did you find Daniel's body?
Yes.
So, are they putting him to good use?
Well, you see Disney...
The male thief grabs the jewel and drives off, leaving the rest of them to drive a giant eggplant. What? Yeah, a giant eggplant. No, you didn't smoke anything, because that would mean I would have had to have smoked it too. This is the closest connection to his job that we ever get. Apparently it's part of an eggplant delivery service. Well, no wonder he's so friggin' rich. With fucking ingenious ideas like that, I'm surprised Steve Jobs never picked this guy up. Eggplant delivery service, they're fucking inspired. I haven't been this impressed with an idea since a patient at the mental ward asked me if I wanted to buy a clown. The thief gets away, but the woman convinces them that she's working for the FBI, and that she knows that the jewel's going to be auctioned off by a crime lord.
Every billionaire gangster in the world is coming, except the most powerful of them all, Ortega Peru, the Piranha. No one's ever seen him. He never goes anywhere. So if we could get someone to impersonate Peru, we could get close to the gem and recover it.
But who?
Well, gee, why not the blind man who's proven time and time again that he's a constant threat to anything and anyone he comes across? Yeah, I'm down with this.
Mr. Peru never goes anywhere.
That's right. I never go anywhere. So when I go somewhere, everyone thinks I am nowhere, when I'm really there.
So they're under the impression that mobster billionaires are bad Guido Sarducci impersonators?
To be made a saint in the Catholic Church, you have to have 4 miracles. I understand that 2 of them was card tricks.
And now we take a look at just who's running this so-up. Malcolm McDowell. God, I've seen this guy in so many of my reviews, I should just have a warm glass from the Korova milk bar waiting for him.
When you've changed your clothes, these lovely ladies are waiting to serve you with chilled champagne in the solarium. Thank you.
Ah! Apparently there was another scene in that woman's ass. Hey, if someone told me the rest of this movie came out of someone's behind, I'd believe it.
Every time I kill a man, I tattoo his portrait on my body.
I bet Peru's got some pretty nice tattoos.
So Magoo takes the time to draw a tattoo real quick of... Okay, Joke, you have to be more clear if we're not gonna laugh at you. We can't make out what that is. Is it a drawing of the Alamo? A SpongeBob spaceship? An explosion of pubic hair? Okay, movie, you're forcing me to look really close at wrinkly Leslie Nielsen chest. Not cool. Not cool. We're not on good terms right now. But the female thief comes in and steals it for herself. Oh good, the nephew will stop her. Good job there. Oh, jeez, what is with this woman's wardrobe? A Power Ranger uniform has more dignity than that.
It's as easy as pie!
That's the wrong kind of board!
They have a little chase down the mountain in the middle of the women's snowboarding competition because... I guess Disney finds it funnier when women are hurt. But she ends up getting away while the rest are left cold.
Freeze!
Oh no, which one was it?
Of course!
I was frozen today!
I upheld my obligation. And if you can believe it, the film is still going. Really? I mean, you snuck into the hideout, you had the big chase. What's your motivation behind making more of this film? Do you think it's just punishment from the director? Like every time his kids act up, he'd say, "Knock it off or I'm adding another minute to Mr. Magoo."
No!
They find the thief in yet another disguise and try to figure out where she's heading to.
This receipt is for Brazil. Why would she go to Brazil?
She's going to Peru.
She'd go to Brazil to go to Peru?
Exactly.
But why?
To get more for the ruby.
Peru?
Exactly.
But then why go to Brazil?
Peru is in Brazil.
Peru is in Brazil.
Just go there! Yeah, I'll put you on the fucking plane myself. Just go! So they finally get to the damn place where yet another crime lord looks to possess the ruby.
Do you have the 15 million?
Oh gee, was he hiding something in that suit? I couldn't tell. While that's going on, Magoo seems to come across the little people in bad costumes part of the house. Bit of trivia, before Game of Thrones, this was actually Peter Dinklage's most famous role. He accidentally sneaks into the room of the bride who's about to get married, and yeah, you can all guess where this is going.
Adios, amore. Nuevo nacho. It wouldn't last. I'd never loved you.
Did John McCain just bust my wedding?
Out of the way!
He escapes on a raft, but wouldn't you know it, it's just about to go over a waterfall. How the hell is he gonna get out of this? This opportunity will never happen again! You deliver! They get the jewel back, the nephew and the stereotype get together, we cut back to the shitty cartoon this was based off of, and get a load of this. We get a disclaimer at the end saying that the film was never meant to insult anyone with poor eyesight. First of all, if you're going to apologize to anyone, apologize to the audience who now have to cut their dicks off in order to feel something. Second, if you're going to say something to the visually impaired, don't write it in tiny lettering that they probably can't read! Mr. Magoo the cartoon isn't funny, Mr. Magoo the movie isn't funny, Mr. Magoo is not funny! It's poor slapstick with a shoddy script and characters that aren't even attempted to be made interesting. Once in a while there's a good stunt, but when you put a painfully obnoxious cartoon sound effect over it, it loses all comedic value. I wish I was as blind as a bat, so I wouldn't have to see this stupid-ass piece of shit. If you'll excuse me, I'm gonna do the worst thing I can think of. Bludgeon an old blind man to death. I'm the nostalgia critic, I remember it, so you don't have to.
It's time for another day of doing nothing at the canned vegetable factory.
All right, you old bastard, you're gonna pay for that movie!
What do we have here? Looks like the Nostro Critic.
Hey! What?
No, didn't think I could see, did you? I'm just playing it up for the handicap sticker in my car. I can see everything. Perfect 20/20 vision. I can even see the blood as it spurts out your nose. There it is. Delicious, yummy blood. Most people don't know that I'm actually quite a psychopath. They call me crazy, Mr. Nostro Critic. But would a crazy man strangle an orphan girl because he thinks she's queen of the moon people? Yes, yes he would. What do we have here? It's a pitchfork with your ass's name on it. Here, let me give it back to you. You like that? Say bye.
No one has ever been able to finger her.